Well, I feel, and that's where it goes to like our parents come here, and like their main focus is survival. You know, like let me feed my family, let me go to work. Like oftentimes the least of their worries is like saving, because they just want to provide for the family.
I'm getting tired of that.
Right, and that's why I'm saying like our next generation, like we gotta kill that, because clearly it didn't work. Because if we're here talking about finances and where our parents did wrong, like that's where like we're in our mid-20s, early, about to be 30s are not
You're laughing.
30s are close. So it's like in that sense, like we gotta break that and break those generational crisis. Yeah, in a sense, yeah.
That's true. That's 100%.
Show me the way.
Welcome to the Red Seat Show, where we try to cover topics that are not discussed enough in the African community. I'm your host, Jean-Pierre Kahindo. I'm here with some of my friends in the community, and starting all the way over there to the end is Amar. What's up? And then over here on the other side, Mr. Fresh. The sweater. You see this sweater? Too fresh. I have my guy, Barakito. I like the sweater. I like it. That's why I'm giving you so much. And then today, we have heard your complaints. Everybody keeps saying you gotta bring a woman. We wanna hear from a woman, so today we have a special guest, the intelligent, beautiful Mrs. Julia Ganda. Today we're discussing finances. Finances. Today's topic will be why are so many young people having a hard time with their finances? What was the exact name of the topic?
Just financial literacy.
Savings.
Like savings. Basically,
So, this is why we shouldn't do topics. We're gonna free flow. Today we're talking about savings. Why can't young people save? What do you guys think? Why can we not? Why do we have such a hard time saving money?
Oh.
I feel like a lot of people are not educated about,
Ding. Huh?
And also, I feel like it's become about like, let me get the latest this and that we worry so much about like looking so fresh that we forget, to save up or about tomorrow.
There's a gas bill, all of that. I think the big thing is the financial education. I don't know if a lot of us talked about it in our households. Like I don't remember us. We were poor, and it was just about like when you go out.
Survival.
What was the Kanye West line? Like look away when you see a nice pair of clothes. We used to just look away, and we were taught like you cannot go out there and buy stuff, but we're never really taught like finances. Like here's how you save. Let me give you a little bit of money so you can save. I don't think we didn't have the
and
education.
I feel like, and some people also, they didn't have that opportunity, because let's say they come from a really poor family or something. They don't have that money to save up. They're just living to get by, and then like
Living by
so.
check.
If that's how
Paycheck to
that's
paycheck.
how their parents were, and then like their parents cannot teach them how to save because they don't have enough to save anyway.
I don't agree with that though. Like, I remember I used to collect cans at parties, and I'll collect all these cans, and if I have like, it's just laughing because the struggle was real. This one I was like, I think in middle school, elementary school.
That's in America.
Yeah, we're talking about here, the young people here, the young
No, I mean-
African people. Why are the young
Now that
African
makes
people
sense. So
having a
here,
hard time? Even here.
I mean, I wouldn't even say Africa. It's just in general. You know what I mean?
That's true. It's a problem.
It's a problem that runs through all of us.
Like I would say probably less than 50% of our population has $500 in their savings or $500 in their bank account. Like we don't save money. A majority of us don't. And like it's not about not having money. Even the little that you have, like in my example, like every single there used to be parties like twice a month. and I'll at least collect like $20. When you're still in middle school, $20 is a lot of money. Like I don't know.
No idea.
So if I was having that, if I was taught to save, I could have been saving that slowly. But like we just never did that. Like, how many of you guys like actually had a savings account growing up?
Growing up.
See, your parents were
Growing
rich.
up.
This is like rich people.
Don't do that. I remember like when I was like, it was like early high school. Like my mom went and opened a bank account in my name, and so that was like already starting me off on a good end because it was already like starting to build my credit. So I appreciate my mama for that because it literally was like I didn't even know why she was doing it.
Yeah, she was like the only person. I don't remember that many. Cause like maybe now things have changed, but that was like in 2010. I don't remember that many young people with a savings account.
Right.
Even like the big thing
It
right
was
now.
so foreign. Like nobody.
Not even savings. There are some people that don't have a bank account. It's a
Right
thing.
now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a thing. Over 18 years old without a bank account. Like that doesn't teach you finances. I think that's the most fundamental thing. Like
Beyond all, I feel like even if you do get the education of saving or whatever, discipline comes into it.
that's part of it, the education though. Like
We
your
all
kids,
know. There's
your
people
parents-
that know. Yes, I need to save. Saving is important and all that, but it's about the discipline and wanting and the goal. Basically, I feel like saving start off with a goal. When you have a goal, it's easier to save.
Yes, that's the thing. So, say for example, you go up to your parents and be like, "Oh, mom, dad, I want a new pair of shoes," and then your parents can be like, "Okay, you want that? Like, start saving. Get like a piggy bank. Put money there. Once you get enough money, we're gonna go buy it. Instead of just giving your kids the money,
Right.
or instead of just straight up saying no. Like parents, the average parents.
Yeah.
True. That's
They'd be like, you have another pair of shoes already.
That teaches your kids. Yeah, like because you said about having goals, right? As a kid, like having those new shoes, that's a goal.
Yeah.
That's a goal, and you want to keep up with that.
Yeah.
So like they start teaching you like, okay, put your little money in there. Every time you get $20, every time you get an allowance, put it in there.
What's allowance to Africans?
We don't get that. We don't get that.
Allowances.
Okay, so yeah, that's true.
It teaches
But
kids finances.
Let's not even focus on kids. Even us.
No, I'm looking at like you
Yeah.
have to look at the beginning of the journey. So
Yeah,
you
beginning
start
of
off,
the
you're
journey,
never taught you weren't taught anything.
Yeah.
Like no type of savings. Okay, now you jump into like the 20 and above. Between 20 and 30. Like
Well, I feel, and that's where it goes to like our parents come here, and like their main focus is survival. Like let me feed my family, let me go to work. Like oftentimes the least of their worries is like saving, because they just want to provide for the family.
I'm getting tired of that.
Right, and that's why I'm saying like our next generation, like we gotta kill that, because clearly it didn't work. Because if we're here talking about finances and where our parents did wrong, like that's where like we're in our mid-20s, early about to be 30s are knocking.
You're laughing.
30s are close.
Ting.
So it's like in that sense, like we gotta break that and break those generational crisis. Yeah, in a sense, yeah.
That's true. That's 100%.
And it's very important for poor people. So we keep saying, "Oh, our parents came here, they didn't know like the big thing was survival."
Poor.
Like,
don't say poor.
Bro.
Okay, I mean,
not poor, bro.
I wouldn't say poor, but it's like we started from
No, I was saying about like the thing that people were like, you made up the point that like, oh, our parents came here, they were trying to survive. I hear that, but when your savings, it's even better for your survival. It ensures your survival. If you know, like, before I touch any of my paycheck, I'm saving up for the light bills. I'm saving up for the rent.
If you're really struggling though, you think saving will be the first thing on your mind?
That should be. That it will help you. It's better for you. Cause if I'm rich, if I'm rich, I can just spend as I please.
Okay.
But if I'm poor,
yeah,
that means even right now I'm poor. Like when my paycheck comes.
Stop saying you're poor.
I'm broke.
Okay.
You're in transition.
No, like
situations.
when my paycheck comes, I don't even. It's weird, like in my head, I don't even see my paycheck anymore. I don't see my full paycheck anymore. Like when I already calculated this much is for rent, this is much for rent.
Oh,
I don't even
okay.
consider that my money.
All right.
I've reached that point
so,
where it's not my
no,
money.
the question right now is, what is causing us to not save? Because let's be honest, we get money, we work, like we work now, so we shouldn't even blame our parents anymore. All right, there were no education, right? So the question is, what's causing us now?
To be.
Because we live in
We buy
houses,
stupid
we
stuff.
good, yeah. So what's causing us?
We buy stupid stuff and we don't sacrifice. And I think what do you guys? Because that's the big thing. If everybody can go like that's again, like I said, having a bank account is like a fundamental part of being financially literate. Because once you have a bank account, now you're able to track your spending
That's step
habits.
one, yeah.
If you go like to get your statement and make categories of stuff that you spend money on, and then at the end of the month, try to see where you're spending your money. You will be able to tell like, this is where I'm going wrong or this is what I'm doing right.
And there's apps like that you can download
Oh yeah,
that
a lot
literally
of apps.
track.
And, yeah, we can have we try to have links to those apps below for you guys. So like there's a lot of apps that can help you with
Cash
No. I'm talking about apps.
You control what comes in and what goes out.
No, it will help you with your spending habits. It will tell you like you spend this much money on food, on drinks, transportation, all of that. So
Okay, so all right, so speaking situations, in ways of different people putting money in the bank at different times. For example, my job, I make my money upfront. Keto probably get paid like every 2 weeks. Some people get paid like
a month, once a month.
Once a month. There you go. There, like that. So do you feel like that's also one of the issues? Like, do you feel like that play a part?
It doesn't matter when you get paid. If you're gonna say,
it actually does.
Does it though?
Yeah, one thing that okay.
Cause I ain't gonna lie. Like there's times, like for example, on Mondays, my clients on Monday are not like Saturdays, right?
Right.
I make a little $80, $60. I end up going somewhere. It's like, slip off. You know what I mean?
That's where, like I said, kinda like I said when I get paid, I don't look at my money. Not all of it is my money anymore.
That's because
in my head I'm already built. That's the thing. No, so the thing that what rich people do, they don't think of money in short terms. Like they'll think of money as in like every quarter. That means like every 3 months. Or they'll think of their money as in like every year. But for me, like before I used to get paid like bi-weekly, but now when I get paid monthly, because if you look at things, most of our spending are in a 1 month cycle. Rent, big spending. Rent is 1 month. Your cell phone bill is 1 month. Insurance is 1 month. So if you start thinking of your money as like a month.
Some.
No. Even this way it doesn't matter if you like.
Speeding ticket.
Doors. No. Okay, the big part about finances is you have to get your regular occurring stuff, like your rent, insurance. That always happens. That
they're gonna happen
no matter
regardless.
what.
Yeah.
So have like a set of money for that, because that will never change. That will not be a surprise. Before you spend any money, make sure you have taken that out.
So that's the solution.
No, wait. So like you're saying the ticket thing. So
Yeah.
there's also an unexpected spending.
Yeah.
For me,
it's an emergency fund.
Yeah. For me, basically, I have like $500 on the side monthly.
Mm-hmm.
Something unexpected will happen. It's gonna throw me off. I've just known that. Yeah, I put that to the side. So first you have your regular occurring rent, blah blah blah, and then you have a little bit of unexpected stuff that can happen.
Emergency call.
Yeah, I think budgeting is why we're poor.
That's what I'm saying.
If we can all budget and like knowing what's necessary and what's unnecessary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I attended like a conference like 2 years ago, and like it was a budgeting class, and they just talked about like the importance of having like an emergency fund.
Right.
And I was just like I know, like I said, I had like a saving account and all, but I was never taught to have that. So it's like you're just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pay this and this and that, but you never you forget that emergencies happen every day.
Right, true.
Like out of nowhere, your tire can blow up or whatever. Then what? Like you have to take care of that, right? So in that sense, it's like it's important to have it.
School fees might just come out.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I remember like there was a time where I used to think like, why is the world against me? Why are bad things? No, I'm serious. It used to be like every time like something will happen, I'm like, man, like
especially when you're trying to save.
Yeah, I was doing
Everybody
so
else.
good,
Yeah.
like, and then I'm like, the universe is against me. Bad karma. You guys are laughing. I'm serious. Like that's how I used to think.
We've been through this.
And it
Yeah.
was childish. So like,
We've been through this.
but then like one time like I got into an accident. This thing was like $9,000,
Whoa.
and I'm sitting there like, yo, like the universe is really against me. But then like something hit me. I changed my train of thoughts. Like I'm starting to view as like there will be an emergency on a monthly basis. There will be a big emergency.
That's
I
what
just have to
people
prepare. I don't know what it
Right.
is, but I just have to prepare for it. So like I said, that's why I put $500 to the side. Because I know something will happen. There will be a funeral. You know how we do collections. Every time there's a funeral.
Actually, we need to get ready for that.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
So it's like
Okay.
planning. Plan.
So, okay, what about the idea of having separate accounts?
What do you mean by separate accounts?
So,
For different things? That's a good idea too.
Or nah.
okay, I feel like not having too many accounts, but at least two. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Can you
I
explain
have
that?
to.
Different. So basically, the way I work myself, I have two different banks
Yes.
basically that I'm dealing with,
Yeah.
right? And one, what I do, since I know I'm a spender, so, and I'm not good with the saving process. I started though. So it's like, what I usually do is, the one bank that I know I don't put money in the most is what I usually put like on online, things, my spending, like, buying things on all those. I only use that card. The other card is mostly just my saving, credit card, that type, like, those long-term, things. That's how I tend to work mine.
So basically, you have a spending account and a saving account.
That's
basically.
what I have to.
And I didn't want to put it on the same, bank, because
It's right there.
Yeah,
I've
it's
actually
right
worked-
there, you
I've
know what I
heard
mean?
that like using two different bank accounts. Like, does that really work?
It works for
I've
me.
never
I
tried
do
it.
it
For
me,
first.
really
I do
good.
it personal.
Yeah, so for mine, like what I do is like, okay, so like see this dude, like he spends a lot. Yeah, we know that.
Big spender.
You don't.
You
Big spender.
But
I
for me,
was.
yeah, for me, what I do is like, okay, so sometimes we tend to buy unnecessary stuff. You know,
But you
Like-
gotta, hey,
That-
you gotta
like,
treat yourself.
That's why
I know,
no.
I know,
That's
I know.
why if you have a budget, you
I
can
know,
put a small
but like,
budget of
but what I
unnecessary
do is
stuff.
like so I have two bank accounts too, right? So one of them, what I do is like that's my spending account, but like let's say because I get paid like not two, it's weekly, right? So I know in a week I just want to spend this much, so that's how much I'm gonna put in there, so that I don't go over. You know, because if I have more in there, I know I'm gonna be like, yeah, I have money, so I'm just gonna buy this thing. You know? So what I do is I put like enough for me to use in a week, and then like if there's gonna be an emergency, I already know I have more in the other bank. Like that's when I can touch for my emergency stuff. So.
Actually, giving a touch on that, on my saving account, what I did, because it doesn't matter as long as you have the card, you spend it at some point. There's ATMs, just like
You can
what
choose
said.
to not have a
So
card.
what
You
I
need a
no,
card?
you
That's what I
can.
ended up doing.
That's what I end up doing.
That's
Yeah.
what
Chop it up.
do.
Yeah.
I went to the
That's
bank.
what-
I told him I don't need the
Keep
card.
it.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So I keep the card.
I forgot the pin number.
That card is so easy. Like when you have a card, it's just like swipe up.
So I told them I don't need the card. So they kept the card for me, So what I do is every week I just go there, put the money there.
Deposit.
Yeah,
And then leave it alone.
I mean,
Leave
you
it
gotta
alone.
do what works best
No,
for
for
you.
real.
Exactly, yeah.
That's
Okay,
what's
okay,
working.
no, but there's different situations though.
Okay.
Like for you, you're saying like you save, you put like 500 on the side for like emergency stuff.
emergency.
But not everyone can get that 500, to put on the side.
That's-
You gotta put
And-
what you can.
Yeah,
Whatever your
and,
budget is. I'm
yeah,
not
and I
saying-
feel like a lot of people are not able to save because it's like they're spending more than what they have.
True.
No,
You know?
and
So
that's,
like,
no, that's what I said. Like, think of you get paid weekly, you get paid daily, bi-weekly, and I get paid monthly. That's why I say think of all your money in a monthly cycle. Just because you're getting paid weekly doesn't mean that you go and spend all the money.
You have to know how much you make every month.
So for example, like
that's what I'm saying. Like you have to know how much you make
every month.
You know, because other people like the budget thing. You know, like just know how much you have. Because other people, you know, you want to show off. Like I've seen a lot of people, they're trying to show off like they got money when they don't. So they try to buy all this fancy stuff when they can't even afford it. So how are you gonna save with that kind of mindset?
Like Baraka, how much was this coat though?
No, this coat is not that expensive.
It was good enough for his budget. That's the thing.
Maybe
I cannot afford that jacket, but you can. So it's good. You know what I'm saying? It's good.
On our website,
do whatever is good for your budget.
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So okay.
Because some people will come out looking all fly, but then in their bank account, like those people with the Supreme backpacks, that thing will be empty. Like you would come in with this expensive bag or something, Louis Supreme, but then that is empty in there. Like that's the thing about ourselves. We're what do you call it? We are what's the word for it?
Yeah, so
Don't worry, I hate when that happens.
English.
Atunani kwa. No. We're insecure. We are insecure about ourselves. Let me tell you guys a story, right?
yeah.
Do you know whenever you go to like the gas station or like the store and you swipe your card and they tell you, would you like to donate $3?
Oh, yeah.
Bro, I get shamed into donating every single time. That lady will be looking at you. Do you want to donate for that little kids St. John's, blah, blah, blah? There's a lot of little blind kids that are sleeping hungry. And every time like I get sad and I get shamed into doing it. One day, we were out with my boss. We went to buy some stuff. This lady, she puts it in her card. And then like, they told her like, would you like to donate, blah, blah, blah. She looked that person in the eye, like, nope. When I said that, I was like, wait, she's rich, but then she's saying no to this. Why do I feel the pressure of always saying yes? I know at that time I realized like I'm insecure about my own finances.
Yeah.
That's why I get shamed into spending money that I shouldn't be. I think that's not the thing where like with us overall as a people where we have a hard time of saving. Like we're insecure about ourselves. That's why we have to go buy those Supreme.
Yeah. Right.
You're trying to look the part, but
the big thing is like let's start being insecure about ourselves.
Stop. Yeah.
I think that's the other big problem that we run into.
Yeah.
You can look apart all you want, but some people, I've gone out with people where like we go out, they're coming like the most flyest clothes, but then they get to the bar, they can't buy a drink.
or we just order a salad.
Yeah, it's like, let's not be insecure, people. Like, it's nice being able, knowing like at the end of the month, everything's paid off. That's a nice feeling. It's nicer than the brand new pair of shoes.
Yeah.
What?
Oh no, just people need to stop. You know, they're just living for the present. You know, you need to think about the future too.
Yeah.
You know, because now you like, you know, this the life I want to live. You know, right now, blah blah blah. But what about the future now? Because like your job can end anytime. So what you gonna do? You know, like because there's some people who struggle when they're like in between jobs. You know, like you don't have a job. You're looking for a job. How are you gonna survive? You know,
without that job.
Without you know. So you get a good job. Okay, you're getting paid. You know, this good salary. So you're like, I can buy anything I want. You just go take a loan. You know, $50,000 loan for a car that you're paying maybe $800 a month. You know, because you're like, I can afford it.
Besides,
that is the other thing. Like your car. Okay, I think is this my rule, but I think your car shouldn't be more than 50% of your.
That's true. Have you heard of the 50, 30, 20 system? That's what so basically, okay, for me, I do it oppositely, but I'm about to explain it.
Yeah,
So basically, this is how I do it. The way it's
way.
supposed to be is 50% supposed to cover basically your bills. And then the 30% supposed to be like your, it should be like your debt, I think, or your saving. It should be a saving, I think.
The 20 is the saving.
The 20 is the saving. The 30% should be like
other spending.
Yeah, other spending. For me, I do it differently because I'm.
Give us an example, just the percent, not the amount.
Just a percent. So for me, I managed to have 50% of what I make to cover almost everything that I have. So basically, bill-wise, for including clothes, food. We eat a lot, outside. So gas, that too. There's places that yo, come nah, bro. I only gotta spend $20 gas this week. You know what I mean? So I gotta cover 50% of what I make.
Okay.
And again, you have to know how much you make every month. Mm-hmm. And then what I do is the 30% should be my saving, that emergency saving. The other 20% is the saving that for my goal. For example, I have a goal this summer. I want this. That's what goes there.
What about
if that makes sense.
What about your usually spending? You say 50%.
That should cover it. That should be in that 50%.
That's in there?
Yeah, it's in there. So what I tend to do is, because after doing the math of how much I actually spend, average, just doing the math averagely, I came to find out that there's some unnecessary stuff that I really blow my money on.
When you write it down, like
when you write it down,
that's when you say.
Writing it down, like
when you do in your head, you forget some stuff.
Exactly.
You have to write it down.
And when you don't write it down, you're just like, it's not that bad. It can't be that bad. Until you actually see the numbers,
doing the math, it's
like,
dang, And then the funny part was, I actually spent way more money on things that are not necessary, and the things that are really important. For example, for my job, like equipment-wise, I don't even pay attention to it.
Which is like that's
exactly. So after doing the math, I was like, you know what? I need to cut this. I need to cut that and this because they're not really doing me any better. For example, I don't have Netflix and Hulu no more.
You saw that?
Yeah, I had to text some people to share their password. You feel me? Yeah, it's like I only watch one show, and whenever it's over, I have to wait for the next. Like, come on, man,
Don't you? You know what I do? Like, I have one show too. I will sign up for this stuff. When the show is over, cancel.
Especially on HBO.
So I came to think it's like thinking about it. Like, I spend most of my time in the shop. School would, family. So it's like, I don't really need that. You know what I mean? Until maybe if I exchange it with something else, maybe for example, the goal, the 20% that I'm aiming for that one goal, right? If I get what I'm looking for, okay, then maybe Netflix can come back.
But guys, and ladies, let's speak honestly though.
Yeah.
Netflix is how much a month?
14 now?
No, mine is like $13.99 right
14,
now.
bro.
I wouldn't know.
14.
I don't know.
No, I always wonder why. I don't think that's our biggest spending though. I think we have to be honest with ourselves. How?
Think about it.
$13?
Just do the math. Do the math.
No,
listen, let me just give you an example. Yeah. Let me just give you an example.
I don't know why.
Netflix 14, right?
Okay.
Apple Music.
I know Apple Music.
So you have TV and you have music.
TV. We African. We don't
Netflix. No, you said Netflix.
Yeah,
It covers
okay.
show.
Okay.
And then Apple covers music. Okay.
Right?
Yep.
Don't forget.
What?
There's always a code online. You never know. Just Amazon. Let's just say Amazon.
Amazon what?
Like for example,
we're talking about subscriptions.
Subscriptions.
I don't think those are the problem.
Okay, for me personally.
Oh, those are the problems, man.
I
feel like
there are the problems, bro.
Let's
add them up together.
Sometimes
you don't understand.
You forget subscribe to something.
You know how you know
that's what I'm saying.
You know when you know they're important?
What?
When you go to the bank. Why am I overdraft?
Thank you for the payment.
Like sometimes people
Yeah.
No, but
wasn't using it.
I think let's really think about it, okay? Netflix is what, 14? 14 at the highest.
Yeah.
Apple Music is $4.99 or $9.99.
Let me speak my situation though.
No, wait.
Yeah.
What other stuff?
It's $9.99 if you're not a student.
I had Netflix.
See, that's your problem.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
You gotta have one.
But there's
one
some
for
shows
TV
that
show.
are not on.
Sometimes some shows you can't watch on.
No, that's what I'm saying. Okay, cancel your Netflix and go to Hulu.
No, me, I can't cancel my Netflix because my siblings also use my Netflix account.
Yeah.
So
Okay, don't go to Hulu then. I think
No,
all this. You don't have to have everything.
No,
Cable, come on, I can't.
no. Sometimes there's some because I hate cable, you know, because like you got to wait. You know?
But you don't have a contract though. You can only watch it when your shows are on.
No, but
You don't understand. Not just siblings,
No.
bro.
Okay, you have Netflix is for your siblings.
Yeah.
That's
No, it's for me and my siblings.
Okay, you and your siblings. Okay. Why you getting offended for? You and your siblings. Okay, keep that on. Treat that like rent. Rent will always happen no matter what.
That's how I treat all
Keep it
my
on.
bills. That's how I treat all my bills.
Okay, yep.
You know.
But then why you have your TV cover. You don't have to have Hulu the entire year. No,
Oh,
you
no,
can have it once in a while.
No, that's what I said.
Yeah.
I cannot cancel Netflix, but I can cancel Hulu. So
Yeah.
for Hulu, like once my show is done,
Even
I'll
with
normally
all
just
that,
cancel.
I'm saying the math doesn't add up. You can have both Netflix and Hulu. Wait, both can be. Let's say together. Wait. Together they're $30. $30 a month. That's a month.
No,
How much are you spending a month? I even spend $30 a month.
No, listen.
Okay. Well,
We have big bills, right?
We have those.
Like for me, I don't care about those little stuff. But sometimes when you look at them, you're like, what? You know?
They cost you
add
too.
up.
yeah,
You
no,
know,
that's what I'm
they
saying.
add up, you know, because you already took care of all the other bills.
And it's
now,
like,
when
you
feel
left
like,
with
you feel like,
nothing
you know,
because of
what?
those two.
That's why I think the issues usually not the fixed bills. The fixed bills are the ones
Yeah,
that
the
will never
fixes are
change.
not the issues. Yeah,
That's
they're not the issues.
that's what I'm saying.
Like I said, you know.
Right, I'm telling you, if you write down in an Excel sheet how much you spend in a month, you'll be surprised
most
at what is
Yeah.
coming out.
No, sometimes.
You know
it
what I
feels-
spend more money on?
Sometimes I feel like they come.
You know what I
twice.
spend more money on?
What?
Actually, besides just the bills and stuff.
Food.
Number one.
Cause y'all don't be cooking.
Gas.
Yeah, gas.
Gas, bro.
But that's
Where you-
fixed.
oh, yeah,
you can
you-
fix
you-
that.
you
Okay,
travel.
food cook at home. You,
For your job.
I guess.
Я ain't gonna do it.
I said-
It's good.
Yeah, keep that to yourself. I don't want to find out.
No, but Sean, you don't understand, bro. There's times where, you know, you out there, you know what I mean?
But have a budget. Monthly, don't allow yourself to spend more than
Yeah.
this on gas.
Yeah, that's what
Budget,
But,
budget,
okay,
budget,
another
budget.
thing. Yeah, the budget thing. Another thing, you need to know, like, when is your bills due?
That's
You know, like,
You can put
can you
that on your
fix
calendar.
fix a good date
Move
that
it.
you know, like,
That's what
this is the day I'm gonna be paying for my car
Yo,
note,
auto pay is coming.
my, you know, all this other stuff. Because like when the bills just come like unexpectedly, you know,
It's
you
crazy.
end up like
so.
That was the big thing when I switched from bi-weekly to monthly. It was so bad getting used to that.
Yeah.
But I moved all my bills at the beginning of the month. So
you-
like I pay all my stuff, and then I'm like out of money because I already pay all my stuff. So you can
That's
move
tough,
your
man,
bills
that's
too.
tough.
You can move it to.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
time
Like
period
try to
where-
move your bills
And,
to where like
What
you
are some
know, your
tricks
money
that you
comes
do
in.
with your bill?
What I've done is just auto pay. Like
Auto
it's,
pay?
it's just set. I mean, it's
Yeah,
going-
Auto pay
you
is
gotta
scary
pay
though.
it regardless.
Yeah, I was
you gotta
gonna
pay it
answer, like,
regardless.
yeah.
When you
I
go
feel
below,
like
auto
that's-
pay is
that's a
scary
better
when you go below.
That's where you gotta keep track though.
Budget.
And that keeps you accountable too. Because
True.
you're like, if you don't keep it, they're gonna charge you.
But
Speaking of what you
for me,
said,
like
though,
sometimes
speaking of what, oh, actually,
like
what he
sometimes
said.
like I put auto pay and then like before the day I'm like, you know, take it out.
The worst is like,
No, there's things you can
thank
put
you
out
for
of
your
pay, and there's
payment.
things like,
and you'll get an email, and then you're like,
hurts
wait,
too. You be
Let me pay it.
how much
Let me
money
pay
did I have?
myself.
auto pay is risky if you don't know everything.
keeping
Yeah,
track,
yeah.
But
if you're
I
not
like,
keeping
I
track
like
of
what you
you're
said though.
doing.
It might keep you accountable. Where like if you know you have auto pay, that's gonna come out. It
It's
brings
coming
you
out
like you're
regardless.
responsible.
Yeah, see, for me, there was a time. I remember this is when back
Before
then.
you stuff though. Like,
Back then, when I used to I used to be on Sprint. My phone company. I used to be on Sprint, and
Oh, you got money, Sprint.
I mean, no, but you know,
Sprint,
Sprint.
I'm on Sprint
We're
right
blessed.
now, but like
Don't
Even
excuse
Verizon.
yourself. We're blessed.
You know, it's
You
like
work
so.
hard.
It's like the way the bill system was
true.
set up. It's like they'll send the bill today, and they'll kind of like give them like they'll give us 2 weeks to pay it, and you know, you got 2 weeks. The mentality is already
Phone bill,
broken.
man.
You know
I've
what I
been
mean?
doing
So yeah, after 2
Honest-
weeks, you catch yourself. Oh shoot, I
But-
didn't pay the bill. You know?
I feel like honestly though that's something that we should cover. Like everybody should know where a lot of bills. There's something what he's talking about is called a grace period. Grace period means it's usually 10 days, 10 or 9 days, and that happens with rent. It happens with your gas bill. They will usually give you like 10 days to pay it off. So water too. So if you're ever like in a hard time, just remember you have that grace period, but use it responsibly.
But,
That's what I'm saying.
don't use it like, you know.
But
like-
it's come through sometimes though. Like there've been months
My
where
water bill. From
yeah,
the 1st to the 20th.
yeah.
You don't even think of the 1st to the 20th.
Like
You know?
what?
It's like, dang.
Yeah, I feel like the problem is like most of us, you don't have like a fixed date of like where your paycheck is gonna come in. Maybe you, if you get paid monthly, they like maybe
Save
on
it.
the
Whenever,
first of
it
the
doesn't
month.
matter when you get paid. Just think this is not my money. Before I spend money, no. For example, you know your rent is always $200. Your first paycheck that you get, make sure if you have up to $200, don't touch that $200. That's not your money.
Right.
That's going to the rent. But I think we're running out of time.
That's what I do.
Let's,
That's what I do. Like
let's wrap it up.
That's what I do. Like because I get paid weekly, right? So what I do is like I set all my bills. Like okay, this week I know I have this bill, and this week I have this bill, and then on the last week of the month, that's like my spending money or saving money.
You see?
know?
Yeah, know your bills. If you know your bills, and when you're getting paid weekly, bi-weekly, none of that matters.
For me,
It's not your money until you have paid all your bills.
speaking
Think of it
for
that way.
those who actually get paid daily, what I do is,
Who getting paid daily?
me.
Oh yeah, wait, I'm sorry. I
So
forget.
what I do is so I have a setup of how much I need to put on my 20 and my 30%. So what I do is from Monday to Thursday, whatever I get from Monday to Thursday, fill those. Say those 20 and my 30%. If not, then I'm have to sacrifice Friday too. You
To
know?
go and work.
Yeah, to put in there. Until I feel that, the bucket up, I won't touch.
Save up for your bills first.
That's the thing.
the big,
Yeah.
that's the big thing. Save up for your bills first.
I
I think we're running out of time. We might do a part 2, but do you have a last minute tip that you like to add to give the people? Like, what do you do to help yourself with your savings and finances?
I think just like we said before, like within the apps or starting the
apps.
spreadsheet,
Apps.
like yeah, do that. Like it really helps keeping track of what you're spending and where you're spending.
You have to know where you're spending your money.
Take a risk.
Do you have anything to add?
No, I mean, I know some people gotta treat themselves,
No, that's
you gotta
okay.
treat
Put it in your budget.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
if you wanna do that, like, just put it in your
Put it in your
budget.
budget.
Just say like, okay, I wanna get this one thing this month. Work for it. You can even work
You work for
overtime.
that jacket. It's funny that this is a perfect
Yeah,
day to bring
you
it.
can,
Treat
yeah,
yourself, 'cause
Flex
you-
on them.
you
As
can
long as
even
you
work
save for it.
overtime. A lot of people do overtime if you don't wanna get like something, But if you just put that in your like something that's not in your pay range, whatever, however you call it, it's gonna really affect your saving and all that stuff. So try to know like what you wanna get and put a saving thing for it. And
So
Save
goal.
the amount.
Yeah,
Yep.
I have a goal.
All right. So guys, to close off, like we said, we gave you a few tips. Armand's tip was have a budget. You gotta know where you're spending your money. Like he said, he uses a 50, 30, 20 rule, and that's basically 50% is all of your bills. Take care of that. 30% is pure saving, and then 20% is when you're saving for something big, like I'm going to this concert during the summer, save up for that. I want a new laptop, save up for that. So that's 20% of your paycheck. So basically have a plan and have a budget.
Maybe I want a new table for the shop. Yeah, quite fair.
Having a budget, that's the very fundamental part of it. You have to have a budget, know where your money is going. And then with Julia, she gave us a tip of like, use the apps. There's many apps, and we will have those in the video description. There's like Nerd Wallet. Do you guys know any other app that you use?
There's I don't use them, but
Your banks, if you have your bank app, they're starting to do that. They'll break down like where you're spending your money.
And you even mentioned even like a spreadsheet. You can start on.
An Excel sheet yourself. Basically, when I was in university, I did an Excel sheet. I was trying to find where I spend my money. So my theory, I'll give you guys. My theory was I thought like I used to spend a lot of money on alcohol. So when you're going out, I thought it was the drinking. But I'm trying to give you this example so you know like why it's good to write down to actually see. Don't assume stuff, but see what you're actually spending money on. So I thought it was like buying the drinks, but then when I looked at it, you just buy like one bottle and that's all. But then after I drank, I usually ate. And that's where I was actually spending more money than the actual drinking. It was like eating in the Uber. So like something like that, I was making my own assumption, but when I wrote it down, I came to find out it's actually something else.
Oh, another.
So, put it down. You have something else?
Yeah, something else. I learned carrying cash is better than using card.
Yep, Because with cash, you feel it when you're spending. It hurts a little bit.
It's going where you're like, wait, I had 10.
It's out. You realize how much you're spending.
Card is risky. Yeah.
When you're just swiping. Whoop.
Oh, and now it's chip. Hey.
If you ask for no receipt, it's not even on your mind anymore.
There was times where I'll use my card until it actually says decline. That's when I'll be like, okay, now I can stop,
That's another thing. If you have your bank app on your phone, I kind of use that to remind myself of where I'm at with my money. Those are really helpful also. And then the very last but not least thing, Baraka told us about, don't forget to treat yourself. Be honest with yourself. As long as you're saving up, you have a certain amount, whatever it works for you. This is like treating myself. It can be like a cup of coffee or I like clothes. Let me get a little.
Don't starve, man.
Yeah, treat yourself, but put it in the budget.
And he also said, know when your bills are due. That's like really important. Yeah. I feel like that was so important.
A lot of these companies make a lot of money from overdraft fees or like late fees, stuff like that. So yes, finances are important, guys. Just have a budget and tell us some of your tips that you use. For those of you who have been successful at saving money, please tell us your tips that you use in the comment section. Join the conversation. That'll be, I believe that's it. Do you have anything else to add, guys? Last minute. Thank you to Miss Julia for joining us. Hopefully you come back again.
I will.
We would like to hear more from you. Everyone, where can they find you?
Facebook is Amar, Sila. Videographer is my working page on Facebook.
He's a working man.
On Instagram and on YouTube, like always. The rest is,
Nice. How about you, Julia?
Well, so I'm on
You
Facebook.
on Twitter?
No.
Find out. Good girl.
Doing my readings. Just Facebook and Instagram. Julia Ganda.
How do you spell it? We don't know how to spell it. Julia Ganda, I don't know how you spell that.
Okay, so Julia is just
That's a common name. What you talking about?
Julia is just how every other name Julia spelled. Ganda is Ganda. Hit me up.
Down somewhere right
Hit
there.
me up.
How about you? Okay. Are you sure you want that? Let's go to the next one. Where can they find you?
No, same place, Facebook, Instagram, Barakito, Rodrigue, and YouTube, same name. So.
All right, and me, I can be found on Instagram. Be quiet. You can find me on Instagram at jkahindo. Also, shop at my e-commerce shop. It's called Simu Forest. Go shop out there, man. We're bringing good products, nice, affordable products. So check it out, Simu Forest. Anyways, thank you for joining us today. Make sure you join the conversation in the comment section. Tell us your spending, your tips. Give us tips how you manage to save.
Tell us what caused you to start saving too. That might be important.
Yeah, what life-changing, what life-changing event.
Even where you're failing, because I feel like we just got to start the conversation.
Join the conversation. All right. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you guys for joining us today.